Hi, this is Cindy Wells, your 2015 Tour de Los Alamos race director, and I just wanted to go over a quick overview on the course. And first half is going to be a little safety type things, and then I'll actually split this into two. Sorry, I'm not trying to be long-winded, but I am, so deal with it. But our sponsors, again, we appreciate them: Launch Endurance, Pet Pangea, Los Alamos National Bank, Soul Web Solutions, Los Alamos Main Street, Ruby K's, Fusion Multisport, Blue Sky Pilates, Bathtub Row Brewing, CrossFit Los Alamos, American Company, and we also appreciate the efforts of Los Alamos Derby Dames, and the Los Alamos Fire Department's also coming out to support us. This process wouldn't be possible to have this event without working with the County of Los Alamos, the New Mexico Department of Transportation, as well as Los Alamos National Laboratory. So thank you to everybody that's working to make this happen in all kinds of ways. So I just wanted to do a quick course overview and just some cautions and some notes on laboratory property. We're really lucky that this race can occur on laboratory property. And so I'll go over a few notes on that. So I first want everybody to have a great day and have the opportunity to do your best. So please be courteous to your fellow athletes, officials, volunteers, okay, everybody out there. In terms of safety, your helmet must be on your head with your strap fastened, okay? No centerline violations. They won't be tolerated. There are particular areas of New Mexico 4, the road is fairly narrow, there isn't much shoulder. There are some blind corners, and people come around those in their RVs, and sometimes they're not even within their line. You do not want to be crossing center line, okay? This course is not closed. It is open to vehicle traffic. So you need to be aware of vehicles and be careful out there. You need to follow the USA cycling rules, and one thing in this course we'll talk about where that is in the course overview video, but Ancho Canyon is a neutral zone. There is no passing, no aggressive race tactics there. Much like the famous phrase used by the Supreme Court Justice Stewart back in 1964, his "I know it when I see it" standard. Okay, the refs officials will know it when they see it with regard to aggressive behavior in that neutral zone, and they have the right to decide. So for your own good, for the safety of those riders around you, ride conservatively there. There is a hairpin at the bottom of the descent. It's not a particularly long or particularly steep descent, but it's a descent, and there is a hairpin turn at the bottom. The other thing to be aware of, wildlife exists on this course. On this exact course, I have seen a bobcat on the side of the road, deer many, many times, coyotes, and in fact, I even ran into a bear once standing in the road. So, I really couldn't send a memo out to the wildlife. They may be in the way, so heads up, pay attention, look for them, and try not to get run over by them. You know, it's not the world's smoothest road surface on part of this course. You go down by Bandelier, there's kind of this regular cracks and bumps. You know, you'll get some vibration through there, expect that. And speaking of road surface, we have had lots of rain, which is fantastic because I'm not so worried about wildfires this year. But, and we will make an effort to clean up the road the day before, but watch for gravel, silt, that sort of thing. It does come across the road if it rains. Right now, actually, the forecast is looking pretty good, but we're a few days out. The weather here does change rapidly. So on, like 2 days ago, I fried my brain coming up Jemez Road. I did that climb and I was just hot. The clouds rolled in from the bottom of that road to the top of that road. The temperature dropped, felt like 20 degrees, and it rained hard and hailed, and I was freezing. My hands were numb. So weather in the mountains changes rapidly. Be prepared for that. Bring your rain jacket, something like that, because you might need it. And for those of you from out of town too, this is altitude. So 7,200 feet in town. Stay hydrated, and it is dry here usually. We've had a lot of rain lately, but it's usually dry, so you might not notice you're sweating that much. And make sure you have your sunscreen on, because with altitude comes stronger UV. Again, the course is open. We will have Los Alamos Police Department out there, thank you LAPD, for those major intersections. But the bottom line is you are responsible for your own safety, and this is an open course. If something happens, you know, the officer gets pulled off or something, you need to be careful in all of those intersections. And you know, you may be in the right, but if you get hit by a car, it doesn't matter to your broken bones whether you were right or not. Right? That would be a bad thing. Now, some particulars on Los Alamos National Laboratory. There's no photography. There's no videotaping. Okay, and I'll go over the course a little bit and show you where that is. But on Jemez Road, that goes through, and New Mexico 4, that's all going through Los Alamos National Laboratory property. You do not want to videotape or take photography on there. So no GoPro, helmet cams, none of that. Okay, we are very thankful they're allowing us to continue this race. The other thing is, you know, when you're coming into town, maybe you're driving through one of the vehicle access portals, which are open to the public, you just have to present your ID, do not have any prohibited articles in your vehicle. That includes things like alcohol. Okay, so don't go shopping at the store and then decide to drive the course and have something in your vehicle, and firearms, things like that. So they also do not want you parking cars on the roadside of Lannel roads, of any Los Alamos National Laboratory roads. And please tell your spectators, all these rules apply for them as well. They shouldn't be spectating on Los Alamos National Laboratory property. Okay. And the other important thing, as a racer in this race, you are allowed to go through the vehicle access portals without stopping and showing ID, but you cannot pass a vehicle that is stopped in one of those areas. So if there's a vehicle stopped in front of you in a vehicle access portal, you may not go around that vehicle. That just creates a really unsafe situation. You will have to wait until that vehicle has cleared the vehicle access portal. And the lead and follow car drivers know to look behind them. They're going to try to avoid getting in front of anybody, but there's other drivers out there, and the security situation at the laboratory can always change. So keep a heads up through those. Listen to the guards, okay, and anybody else, volunteers that are there in their bright jackets to guide you to the appropriate location through those portals. So a couple other things. One big safety thing I want to bring up is our race start locations over here by Deacon will be coming out. Neutral Parade right here. They have some major construction going on right now. Okay, it's the parking lot, and it's not in the road. It's a building here in the parking lot, and if I can switch to Google Earth, you can see it. So there's Ashley Pond, nice place to kind of walk around, but right here, so race starts coming out through here, a Neutral Parade, and right here they are doing construction work on this building and this parking lot, and they have a fence all the way around here. That fence has posts that go into the road, so please be really careful. The fence posts are actually in the road by the curb, and they're gray, much like the curb, and there's sandbags there as well. So in this Neutral Parade, be really careful. Do not hug the curb right here. Look out for those fence posts, okay? So I just wanted to point that out. I think that's an important safety thing. Your bib numbers are on the right, and let's see, the follow cars, by the way, they're not bike mechanics, but they will carry your wheels. So if you have extra wheels, bring them with you, and they will carry them, but they're not bike mechanics. They're not there to help you fix your bike. They're just sort of neutral or support for wheels. And we do have water on the course for multi-loop riders, so there is a water hand-up station. It is past where the sort of finish line is when you're doing multiple loops. And so that'll be available for you. That's after West Road, and no personal or team vehicles on the course, please. Okay? So that's a little overview of some of the important safety things of the course. And in the next video, I will actually go through the course with you and give you a little bit of information there. Thank you.